Hello and welcome to this video series. In this video, we are discussing the SD sheet for complete beginners. In this video, we are about to search the largest sum array with zero sum. Meaning, we have been given an array of both positive and negative integers, and the task is to compute the length of the largest subarray with sum 0. So how we can find? Let's take the example to understand first the problem. So the array given is 8, 7, 10 and 23, and we have to find the subarray where this value is being the sum of the element is being 0, and there is no fixed starting or ending point for the subarray. So we can have any subarray defined on our own, meaning we can start from the second, we can start from the third, we can start from the last. So we have 0 in two conditions: if the element itself is 0 or the sum of 2 is 0, like here minus 2 plus 2 equal to 0. So this subarray results 0. Likewise, according to question, here minus 1 was. Likewise, according to question, here also minus. No, it was not minus, it was just plus. So it was positive 1, sorry. Let's do it again. 1 was here and this was minus 8 in the question. This is minus 8 here. Yes. So according to the question, if we add these three, then again we get 0. So this is also answer. But if we add this all, then again we get 0, because 0 plus 0 is 0. So we have to result the maximum length of the subarray. We do not have to return the indexes, we just have to return the length of subarray with 0 sum. So how we can do this? So we can store this, or we can obtain this result by a mathematical condition that either we check for every subarray in the array, which will result O of n into n, that is not optimized solution. So to optimize, we can have the array like 15, minus 2, 2, minus 8, 1, 7, 10 and 23. We can have a hypothesis here, or we can say a theorem here, that the sum, that is, let's say a sum is obtained in this array, and if that sum is being repeated at some index, then that means that the value where we first got that sum plus 1, thus the index where we are again getting the same sum is the subarray where we are getting 0. So let's understand this by this example. Let's say 15, sum of 15 is 15. 15 plus minus 2 is 13. Let's make it an array, and 13 plus 2 is again 15. So here we got first 15 was here and the second 15 is here, meaning the index of first 15 plus 1, that is I plus 1, in this case 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So here the index I plus 1 is 1, and the index where we again getting the same sum, that is 2, is the subarray where we can get the 0. So here if we add these two, that is 0, 1, 2, so this 2 is the subarray where we will get sum as 0. So likewise, if we keep on adding to the next, so if we keep on adding, so here the minus 8, so here it will become 7. Yes, and plus 1 it will become 15. Yes, so on adding 1 it will become 8, and again adding 7 it will become 15. So again we got the 15. So this 15 and this 15 is having 0. So from this we can obtain that from this to this is 0. We do not need to iterate now. We can just say this, we can result the same by just keep on adding and checking for the condition. So we can again get that, and if we continue it is 25 and 48. So no repetition of this sum, only the 15 is being repeated here. So one sub-array is this and another sub-array is this, but again if we see the sub-array, the maximum length of the sub-array that we are getting is the first time where we got this sum and the last time where we are getting this sum, that is the maximum length, that is this one. So we need to return the maximum, so we will compute this by the first time where we are getting the sum and the second and the last time where we are getting the sum. So index of the last time subtract minus the index of first time, that is 0 plus 1 is the resultant length of the sub-array, meaning this 15 is here, so its length is, so its index is 1 2 3 4 5. So the length of this sub-array is 5. Sorry, this should be the 5 minus 0 plus 1 is equal to did I do something wrong? It should result 5, no? Subtraction 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, so 5 minus 0 equal to 5. Yes, this is the formula. Sorry, I did the wrong way. I thought that it was initialized with 1, that's why I added 1, but it is initialized with 0, so no need to add that 1. So we can just subtract the last time where we are getting the sum and the first time where we are getting, if it is the array is 0 index, in that case we will get the result. So and if the array is 1 indexed, that is the starting point is 1, then we will need to do 5 minus 1 plus 1 is, that is equal to 5. So in both ways we are getting. So we will implement this conditional method to check for the solution, to obtain the solution, and this way we can do. To have this solution, we will make an order, we can have a map where we will add the sum, every sum we are adding, and we will add the location where we are getting this sum. Likewise, the every sum which we are getting, we will add it here, and the index value at which we are getting, and when we will get the any sum, we will look in the map if that already exists, and if that already exists, then the index of this one minus this one will be updated to the max length. That is, if we have got this at 3 and we got this one at 0, then the length will be 0 minus 1, then the max length equal to 3. Likewise we will do for the rest. We will not update this index in here, we will just keep on checking here. We will just store the first index value here in the map. So let's start coding. So we first need to make a unordered map of int type, that is int is the element, and again second int is the index, and pre-sum, that means that for the by the nomenclature we can say that the first time we are getting the sum. So for we will iterate, and this solution will be based on O of n equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and there is also a need of having a variable sum where we can have, or we can calculate the sum of the current element and another variable where we will store the maximum length of the subarray. So sum equal to plus equal to the given array I. So the current element will be added to the sum, and if sum is already equal to 0, in that condition max length equal to maximum of max length or I plus 1. I plus 1 because we are indexing it from 0, and we will check the condition now. If pre sum dot find, that is we are looking for the sum in the array or in the map, we are looking for the sum in the map. If it is not present in the map, pre sum dot, and if it is not present there, in that scenario we will update the max length, that is max of max length, minus pre-sum. So what we did here, that either we computed the max length here, or we are comparing if the already obtained max length is greater than the new max length. So if so, whichever is maximum is the maximum length of the subarray. So if and again we will have the rest condition, that if we are getting new sum, then in that case we will add in the map. If we are getting a new sum, that and then we need to add it in the map along with its index. So after doing this all, we will need to return the max length. So here we calculated the sum of the sum up to current element. Here we check if the sum is equal to 0, and if so, we will pass that value to the max length, that by comparing it with the I plus 1 and max length already present. So whichever is greater will be passed to max length. And next we are looking for the sum already present in map. If we found some we calculated some value, and if it is already present in the in the map, in that case we will either pass the maximum of the two, whichever is the maximum, that is max length already present, or the index where the max length is now, the sum where we are checking that index minus the first time where we got that sum. So either this one is greater or this one is greater, whichever is greater will be passed to this max length of the subarray. And if this subarray is unique, that we have not seen it anywhere, then we will pass it in the pre-sum, that is it will be stored in the pre-sum, so that it will be compared in the next iteration if some sum is followed by the same value. So in the last we need to return the max length. So compile, let's see if this works. Yes, compilation successful, so let's submit it. So the compile is successful. So thank you so much guys for being here, and keep coding, improve your skill set, and happy coding. Peace.